okay, let's keep it like straightforward, like men explain because like
Mansplain.
yeah.
Avery's not here. You can say whatever you want.
I would like him to get his shit together. Just kidding. Are you interested to know who were the other hosts that we were considering?
Oh, really? Do we
Just
want
for
to know?
fun.
Are you angry with me?
Yeah.
He's like, no. Then I'm like, yeah, but you didn't call me like baby or you're like Jeremy Sung speaking, like you're mad at me. He's like, I'm not mad at you. Welcome to another episode of Men Explain, where we really go into our unhinged thoughts and the differences between how men and women think. Just that this time around, Avery's not here. So I decided to bring someone back who is really, really important and pivotal to the entire Men Explain series. Without this person, we would not have had this series, actually. So going to touch a bit into the origin story of Men Explain and also discover what we've learned about men after all these years. I hope we learned something. But please welcome Lynette!
Yay, hello. I birthed Men Explain, actually.
She did. She really did. Yeah. And I don't know how many months it took for you to even work on this before we came together to film it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, quite a while.
Quite a while.
It went through a whole pitching process,
Yeah.
eliminating the concept, who to helmet, and then of course you were the perfect person for it.
Oh, thank you.
And then we finally created
Finally
it
did it.
back in 2022? 2020.
Oh my gosh, for real, yeah. Because I
Yes.
remember it was sort of during COVID times still.
Yes.
It was still during
We
COVID.
had to like wear masks
Yeah.
during production. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not the producer anymore. I've moved on to do other things, but now it's in the good hands of Vanessa, who's behind the camera.
But did you miss us when you
All
left?
the time, all the damn
Trick
time.
question. No, honestly, I had so much fun like building this program with you, right? And
Yeah.
by the way, fun fact, we knew each other before
Yes.
we birthed Men Explain. And we actually even traveled together
Yes.
before. So we did get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
And it
Actually, that was
wasn't-
a deciding factor.
Huh?
of-
Really?
Yeah, because when I came up with this whole concept, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, who is gonna be the person to host this?
Yeah.
And of course, I think the person needs to have like depth.
Oh, thanks. I'm deep.
But then we also need to make it lighthearted enough for people to enjoy it. And I always remember the first time I met you like at the airport. You came in and then you were just like, oh, I just what's that?
My
Lash perming.
lash perming.
I just permed my lashes last night because I want to look alive for this trip. And I was like, oh my gosh, she can be so funny and like
Yeah.
relatable. And I think it's a like good balance.
So I have to ask, prior to you settling on the name Men Explain and then us working on the project together, were there other iterations of the name or other considerations for the name of the podcast before we landed on Men Explain?
We thought of the name for a really long time. But then there weren't anything interesting enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then it was pretty straightforward. But we did. Are you interested to know who were the other hosts that we were considering?
Ah, really? Do we
Just
want
for
to know?
fun.
Can we say this?
We were considering Naomi Yo
Oh.
and Xenia Tan also.
Wow. Hey, actually very interesting choices.
Yeah, like I think all of you were very
different.
different vibes.
Yeah,
Then after
yeah.
that, we were like, okay, what we wanted for Men Explain was more Sonia. Yeah.
When it comes to like behind the scenes of Men Explain, right? What you're seeing right now is like the polished, edited version of Men Explain, like as you follow our series. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of vetting with the guests.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pre-interviews.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have to share from a host's perspective, right? This whole entire series of Men Explain has really given me a lot of growth in a way, like as a host, because I've never had to meet so many different people from like different walks of life. Constantly, like week after week, it's just a different person, right?
Oh, interesting. I never knew that.
When you see it from point of view of like it's a stranger that I've never met before, and sometimes it's not people that are used to doing interviews or sitting down doing a podcast. Some of them are just like really people that we've picked up based on a profile. But that's the beauty of it, because I get to really try and test myself and tap into like, can I make this person feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Comfortable enough to like sit down and open your heart out to me for like 45 minutes.
Yeah. There were
Right?
some episodes where we ended and then I went to her. I was like, I know, I could tell you tried.
Yeah.
I could tell you tried.
So from a producer standpoint back then, did the show turn out to be something that you envisioned it to be?
I think absolutely. Because the whole reason why I came up with this concept is that I love to have these conversations and I tend to open up and ask these questions to my partner.
Yeah.
And most of the time, he can't answer me.
Oh.
because he's like not the best with words.
Oh, man, a few words.
Yeah. So then I'm like, this is really boring and not giving me any insight. So let me ask other people instead. So that was how that came about. But actually, I wanted to know like your first impression when you first received
the brief. Like, yeah. No, I was totally down for it because I feel like it's really up my alley. A lot of the topics that we discussed about or like, considered doing are things that we're already talking about in our friend groups, right? So there's inspiration from everywhere and like every part of life, And when you're starting like a new project, I think people always have a lot of expectations you put on yourself and on the team, and that causes a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But I was like, I had so much fun already on the first episode. I was like, you know what? Just let it be. Like, it is what it is. If it does well, it does well. Even if it doesn't, I had fun and we'll just keep trying like over the next few episodes.
Yeah. You know what's my favorite memory?
What?
Of like when we launched our first episode.
Yeah.
And then that was when the channel had like maybe 20 subscribers. Yeah. And then we launched the first episode and within the first 5 days, it was like 50K views. And then Sonia texted me, I was like, did you boost the episode? And I was like, no, we didn't. Then and it was like a good roll.
And one day when I woke up, it was like 100K views on that video,
like
right? So we were like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah. And then we were like, oh my God, like this has legs. And I think it's probably because like what you said, these are conversations that people are already having.
Yeah.
And actually Sonia does like come to me quite often and being like, oh my God, me and my girlfriend just talked about this.
We just talked about this that day.
Like we should make it an episode. And that was how we got Jeremy on one of the first few episodes also.
Yes.
And it was quite funny. It's actually one of my top favorites.
Really?
I laughed so much on that episode when y'all talked about your texting differences.
He will be very pleased to hear that because he is also not media trained. Yeah, but speaking of which, right, both of us have seen each other through very different stages of life.
Yeah.
Like when we just started Men Explain, or even when I was hiking up the mountain with you in Australia, you were getting prepared to like get engaged. And then now you're married.
Yes.
So how have things changed for you? Like
nothing much in terms of the relationship. We've been good, I think. Yeah. But let's see if producing Men Explain has helped me understand them a little bit better.
I feel like I have learned a lot.
Actually, from doing so many episodes of Men Explain, I feel like what I've concluded is that they're not that much different from women. Like there has been so many episodes where we actually break certain stereotypes where it's like, oh, actually it's just a traditional thing. Like men nowadays think just as deeply as we do.
It's an individual thing. It may not necessarily be a gender related thing.
Correct.
So now in front of us is a stack of cards.
Yeah.
And it really is to test how well do we know men now after working on Men Explain for so many years.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
Okay. Ready? Do guys actually hate talking about the future or does it just freak them out?
I don't think they hate talking about the future. They maybe just hate talking.
In general.
Yeah, I think they just don't express themselves as much.
Yes, they don't verbalize it as well or articulate it as well.
Yeah.
I also feel like it is the phase of life that these men are in or these girls are in. What phase are you at in your relationship? Because I think what I hear from some of my male friends is that sometimes they don't want to date girls that are too close in age to them because they're worried that the girls will immediately drop the let's settle down bomb.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes dating younger for them might work. I don't know.
Do guys heal from breakups slower, faster, or do they just hide it better?
I actually think guys heal from breakups slower.
Yeah. They act like, oh, okay, I'm over it. Like, I'm going to like find another bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think after some time, it catch up to them. And then,
So for a lot of my guy friends, they tend to be like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go for a single night out, like whatever. And then let's go get wrecked. Okay, then they'll go get wrecked. Okay, we'll go party, whatever. And then sometimes when I ask them, do you feel better? Like after, it will only hit them a few weeks or months later. Then all of a sudden, all the emotions start coming in and they're like, oh, I didn't actually process it.
Yeah.
I just acted out to get over how I felt at that point.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a gender thing? Like it's a man versus woman thing?
I think, again, up to individual.
Yeah.
But maybe men are a bit more prone to that because of not being used to regulating the emotions.
And they just don't verbalize it as much.
Yeah.
If your partners wrote you a love note, what would it say?
Ew.
Oh man, must I say? Oh God.
Wait, my partner will never write me a love note.
Really? He's never written you a note?
I think like long time ago, words of affirmation is not his
He's
strong.
is he like acts of service?
Yes, he is very acts
Okay,
of
acts of
service.
service.
Yeah.
Germs and I do leave notes for each other.
So cute.
We do, yeah. Actually, one very memorable one for me was when at one point I was like partying a lot, okay? And we fought so much about it. I think we've addressed this
Yeah.
before in one of the episodes. We used to argue about the fact that I make a lot of like noise when I come back, or like I wake him up, or he's worried that I'm not back yet and all that. So when I came back one day, I actually saw a note there with a little lamp. It's like one of those Bluetooth lamps,
my
you
God,
know,
so
very
cute.
cute little lamp with a note over here. And there was a glass of water, and he said, water for my, okay, he calls me Bear. Bear is our pet name.
Yeah.
So that you don't have a hangover tomorrow. So I was
So
like, oh my God, this
sweet.
is my love language.
Yeah.
I was like, and all of a sudden, right, when I see that, I'm like, oh my God, he's trying to understand
Yeah.
me, and he's trying to also understand why I enjoy partying with my friends. And instead of like being aggressive or
Yeah.
being like, why did you come back so late?
Yeah.
Blah, blah. He just like kind of left it there. And actually, I went to bed really happy. I woke up with no hangover.
Oh, because of the
Because
glass
of
of
the
water.
So it's actually very cute. Yeah, I think that was one of the most memorable notes that I
Aw.
received.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for you. Maybe just like, appreciate you like that. Lor.
Yeah. Damn Asian, this girl. Okay, next.
This is about communication.
Yes.
Oh.
The answer is yes.
Wait for me to read.
Okay, sorry.
Are men genuinely more of a problem solver than a
See,
listener?
I told
Yes.
you. Are men genuinely more problem solvers than listeners?
Yeah, leh.
100%.
I think they're just wired that way.
Yeah. I think there was once I came across like quite an unpleasant person at work, okay? So I was just kind of ranting at him. I was like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened today. Blah, 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 blah. Just went on and on. I was very passionate about like explaining from start to end.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, wait, you don't need to give me so much details.
Oh my God,
Here's my
same.
solution.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, firstly, I want to give you the details because it is relevant to the story.
Yes.
Like, how do you know point C if you don't know point A?
Yeah.
And then secondly, I don't need a solution. I just want you to hear me rant. I'm not
Yeah.
looking for a solution.
Most of the time, right, we already know what to do.
Exactly.
We already know what to do. We just want to cowboy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
It's part of the process.
Yeah. How does the way men talk about their feelings change between their bros and their partner? Here's how I get a summary of when like Germs goes for a meetup with his friends, okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, so, what did you talk about with your... And he's like, I asked them, bro, you okay? They're like, yeah, good. Then we drink, oh?
Yeah. No, they will just do. It will be
What?
very. It will be activity based. Actually, something very interesting to me is that I've actually asked my partner if he has ever talked about our relationship to his friends,
What did
and
he
he
say?
has never done it.
Really?
Yeah, he says
Ever?
not once. Whenever we quarrel or
Well, I
whenever
would
we.
immediately bitch to my friends, no?
Yeah, I'm already
I'd
like.
be like, you will not. Like, as he's talking, I'm like, yes. What?
Yeah,
Updates.
I'm lying in bed, right? Like back facing him. And I'm
Yeah.
just
Talking about him, right?
yes. But he said he has never talked to his friends about our like anything bad that's happened to our relationship. As in, I appreciate that.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's like not airing our dirty laundry in
Yeah.
a way, but I
But-
find it so weird.
Okay, so here's my theory, okay? When girls open up about problems or things to other girls,
Yeah.
we are more like listeners. We do
Mm.
listen and we can compartmentalize. So, for example, if it's really something very bad, like, oh, someone cheated on someone, okay,
Mm.
fine. Then if that person's your enemy, I'm also like on your
Mm.
side. But if it's something more like, oh, I can't believe we had this disagreement, blah, 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 I feel like we are more empathetic and we don't mind listening and processing it without taking it out on the guy after that.
Yeah.
Whereas for men, like if you share with your bros, like, damn, my girl did this, he'll be like, bro, like
Yeah.
what? Like end it. I don't know. I could be generalizing here. I could be generalizing. But I just wonder whether men just have a very straightforward way of thinking.
What a bro.
I don't know.
Not cool. Not cool, man.
Not cool.
Then that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What is the pettiest argument you've ever had with a man?
With a man. So
With a
not your
man, ah.
partner. Doesn't mean it's your partner.
Yeah, it doesn't mean so. Okay, no specific example comes to mind.
Yeah.
But I hate it when people try to mansplain me, especially when it has to do with maybe a bit more like technical related things, and then they try to explain. I'm like, I know.
I do remember this one occasion where, men generally assume that women are bad drivers.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes, I hate that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I self-proclaim to be a very good driver.
Yeah. I am a pretty good driver. I'll just put it out here. But there are some men that immediately assume all women are bad drivers. And I just really want to say, like, that's not cool because there are also male drivers that are bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I actually have a story to tell for this.
Yes.
So, okay, I was stationary on the highway because there was a jam.
Okay.
And then the car hit me from behind. And then my partner made a post about it on TikTok.
Okay.
And everyone started saying like, oh, the lesson is to not drive behind a female. Yeah, is to not drive behind a female driver. And I'm just like, didn't even do anything.
Yeah, you were literally stationary.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. So people jump to conclusions because they're like, oh, lady driver or like, she must be bad.
And also, most car accidents are caused by men, okay?
Oh, is it?
As in,
who wrote these stats?
Actually, after those people got me couple in the comment section, I went to Google. What is one bro habit does your partner does that drive you mad?
Jeremy recently really got into paddleball.
Ooh.
He's a very sporty person. So the moment he gets obsessed with a sport, he's like locked in. So paddle is now his current obsession. I have gotten into some small little tips with him. Even on weekends, he will wake up at 6 a.m. to go play paddle. Much to my displeasure. Well, am I British now? Much to my displeasure. I already wake up so early on weekdays. So on the weekends, right, I just want to like sleep
Maybe
in.
you should leave a note for him under the lamp with a glass of water to hydrate him after his paddle session.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah. Maybe that will solve your problem.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know if it's a bro habit, but my partner is, as in he does photography work. He's also into like motorcycles. And then he's into like cameras and things like that.
Very
And
boy stuff.
yeah, and every time he gets into like, he buys a new gear or like he zeng up his motorcycle a bit or whatever, right? He tells me about it in detail. I do try to be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, what color? The matte black is nicer.
I don't really try. Similarly, like he's been trying to convince me to learn paddle, but I just can't commit.
Sometimes it's like,
It's hard.
yeah, because we don't relate. Sorry.
Okay, next.
Do you think men care more about looking successful, being funny, or being a provider?
Okay, I'll
Ooh.
answer for Germs. For my own partner, he's very concerned about people thinking he's funny. I remember this one incident. Our friend's kid, she's literally like a 3-year-old or something, and she has met all of us. So then Germs has another very close friend, like his best friend, and they're always trying to outdo each other in a funny way, okay? And so one day, this kid was asked, who do you think is funnier, Uncle Germ or the other uncle? And she goes, the other uncle is funnier. And Germs never recovered from that, no.
Oh my
I
God,
tell
so
you first,
poor thing.
he never recovered. And you know what? Every time we met this girl after this incident, he would try to do something funny or crack a joke to make her laugh. It's the overcompensation.
Yeah, no, Germs, don't try so hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the harder you try, the more not funny you get.
Element of surprise.
Yes.
Okay.
I think speaking not for all men, but just based off my own partner, I think he has quite provider mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, and also because he's a creative and he's not like really settled into like a fixed, stable job. He is very like about the hustle and whatever because he doesn't want to be like just depending on his partner or anything like that, which I think is a good trait.
It's great, yeah. And you are also there for him as a partner, supporting him through this period of time where he's still hustling and making it out there, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think that's a good dynamic. For Germs, in regards to the provider part, throwback to the episode where we did when you were still producing Men Explain, where the question was, if I earn like way more money than him, will he be okay to just retire, be a house husband? Throwback.
Right.
He said, yes, please provide for me or something. I don't know. But he's definitely okay with me being the provider, I think.
Oh my God, I'm dead. No, actually, I think Jerome too.
Yeah.
But I think it's at that point of like, okay, like if you're earning so much money, then who cares?
Right. Okay, next. When do you think men secretly feel the most insecure but never admit it? Okay, I think, just based on observation, okay, from my other male friends, sometimes when we're at the club or something or at a party, right, and someone else invites us to their table and it's like a very big table or something, okay, and it's usually some dude that's there, like, oh, this is my table, like, kind of thing. Sometimes I feel it makes certain men uncomfortable. that they are like seen leeching off another man's table. There have been moments where like my guy friend actually insists on buying his own drink. Like he refused to take the drink off this table that I invited him to because it belongs to another guy.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think some men might feel insecure if they are not exactly
At the best point of their life, in
correct.
career.
Yeah. I have some friends who are like still figuring their life out or like going through some mid-career transitions and all that. And that really comes through when they like meet people and then they don't exactly know what to say about themselves. And then I think that it's like an identity struggle in a sense.
I think because in general, and I think all of us can relate to this to some extent, most of us tie our self-worth to what we do.
Yeah.
And if we don't have this job title, for example, then who are we, right?
Correct.
But the important thing in life is to have built enough confidence in your skills to know that even if you take this title away from me, like CEO or whatever, I'm still the same awesome person. So yeah, I think that's where you're getting at. Yeah.
What is one subtle sign a guy is stressed that only women notice? I think it's when they stop talking.
Is that your partner?
Yeah.
Does he do that?
Like
Okay.
when he just goes quiet and then he's like very concentrated in doing something, and then when you talk to him, he's like, "Give me a moment."
Yeah.
Is when I know like, oh my God, shit is real.
Yeah. No, actually, I go silent too when I'm stressed. But one telltale sign for me, for my own partner, is when I call him, usually, because I like to chat and yap. And sometimes when I'm driving, I'm like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? You know? And usually he'll be like, hey, like he'll be like, in this very mantra voice sort of, which is very weird to imagine that.
That's true. I know what you're going to say.
When he's stressed, right, if I call and he picks up, he'll be like, yes, Jeremy Sung speaking. What? Jeremy Sung speaking. Like, I was like, are you angry with me? I also give him more stress. Are you angry with me?
Yeah.
He's like, no. Then I'm like, yeah, but you didn't call me like baby or you're like Jeremy Sung speaking. Like, you're mad at me. He's like, I'm not mad at you. And I give him more stress.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. This is the last one. Okay. Hey, Lynette, thank you so much for being with me for this episode. Men Explain has been through so much, both good, both interesting, bad, whatever. We've been through so much. How long do you feel you would like to see Men Explain continue and like grow, for example? And like, how do you see it evolving? Avery's not here. You can say whatever you want.
I would like him to get his shit together. Just kidding. Just kidding. Avery, you're doing great. I love Avery. As in, obviously, it has changed a lot from the time where it was just you grilling all sorts of men from different backgrounds.
Sorry if I gave you all a tough time.
To having, like, now with Avery on board, having a more, like, two-way conversation.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have no sort of expectations of how I want to see this channel grow. I think as long as it still means something to you, it still is bringing value to people, then it's serving its purpose, I think.
One of the most rewarding moments for me, and it's not even directly about me, after the episode that I did with Jeremy, both episodes that I did with him, I guess because it's more of like we're sharing our personal stories and he also has a very unique story and we have a very unique story together. There were actually men who were going through very similar situations in their lives that reached out to him and asked if he wouldn't mind meeting them for a coffee to just impart some knowledge or they wanted to ask some questions. And I feel like it's so important. Why? Because a lot of men don't look to each other for support enough. They don't break down their walls so easily. They don't confide in people enough. When they finally see someone sitting here talking about issues that they can relate to, they feel seen, you know? And I think that's really important for our men out there.
Yeah. In the past, when I craft the script, sometimes those questions come from genuine questions that
I'm
curious about. Or sometimes I ask my male friends or I ask my own partner, like, is this something you're concerned about? Like whatever. And then it gives me inspiration. And then filming the episodes actually like make me realize that, oh my God, like more people than I expect actually relates to topics like this. So as long as it's still fulfilling that purpose, I think like then that means success of the channel.
Yeah. Okay, so before we wrap it up, what is like one line or one sentence that you can use to describe your experience and your whole journey with Men Explain?
Yeah, I need a second.
Okay. She needs a second.
I don't know.
While you think about it, I'll just tell our audience like a random story. When we won our very first
I already
Podcast
know what
Asia
it is.
award, okay? And this was still like COVID times, just out of COVID times. Everything was in like Zoom.
Yeah.
So we actually won, and I was alone in the studio. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and I saw her.
Yes, she was mid-shift. You were doing your radio shift.
I was, yes.
So she was going on and
yes.
off live, and I was supposed to be the person that it's like,
The constant, like,
Yeah lah,
there,
like-
just in case anything happens.
correct. So then after that, when they said "Man explain," I was like,
I think her face was like,
and then I went to unmute myself, and then I was like, thank you so much. And then I think I said like about 10 thank yous. And then Sonia had to jump in and be like, anyway, blah, blah, blah. We are so grateful. Her usual. And then she saved my life from that.
it was very memorable.
Yes, it was so
Yes.
funny.
I also tripped on the way up to receive the award in Asia TV.
You did? I didn't know that.
Or maybe it wasn't captured on TV.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
should
know
wear my
that.
own dress. And I thanked my dog. I was like, why did I thank my dog? So back to your experience, summarizing it in one. It doesn't have to be one sentence. Can be two.
Okay, I think maybe one word would just be grateful. I think I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to grow something like that. When I first took over the Clarity channel, it was really just like at its infancy stages.
It was a blank slate.
yeah,
it was a
and
blank
then
slate.
I think Men Explain really helped to push the channel to where it is.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm grateful for our friendship.
Me too.
Yeah,
By
like-
the way, we still hang out like outside of this.
Yes, we do.
Outside of the office.
Yeah, so and I think like what you said, I think this has brought me a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Individually as well. So I'm also grateful for that.
Yeah. Likewise.
Eee, so wholesome.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is the most wholesome episode ever. Aside from us shitting on men from time to time.
Yeah,
early
sorry.
on.
I mean, sometimes it's just a joke. Huh?
Yeah,
it's just a
just
joke.
kidding. Just kidding. I'm going to put Lynette to the test right now. After all these years of doing Men Explain, we always do a conclusion to get people to follow us and like follow our channel and everything. So
It's
Are you
finally
ready?
caught up to me.
it's finally caught up to it. Every time she was like, Sonia, can you do that again?
Yeah.
You forgot to include this.
Energy
I'm like, girl, now it's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Remember to follow itsclarity.co on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Lovely. You did it. And if you're listening to us via podcast, it's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Me Listen. We'll catch you whatever platform you're on. And see you next time.
Bye. Statistics show. Sorry, let me get
You
my
have to
shit
say
together.
one more time. Most
wait.
statistics show that.
Statistics
Yes.
shows that.
Oh,
Hey, thanks for saving my life. Wait.